Okay, I was thinking about this morning. I don't know what brought it up. Anyway, so why do I believe in the Catholic Church? Why do I believe in Jesus? So Jesus does all these miracles. The people came to see the miracles. They came because they got fed. By 5,000 people got fed, right? And they wanted more bread because, they were hungry. So let's just say that they faked the feeding of the 5,000. They even said it would take like a year's worth of pay. So let's say $30,000 or $40,000 somehow they came up with to get that bread, to fake this thing, or to feed everybody and pretend that Jesus did it. But then they faked the water and the wine, changing the wine. They faked Jesus walking on water. I don't know how they would do that. They faked him rising a son from the dead. They faked him rising Lazarus from the dead. They faked him rising people who couldn't walk so that they could walk, making the blind see, helping the girl who was hemorrhaging for I think like 8 or 9 years and cease the blood flow. They faked all of this, and people were alive who could dispute it. So they would have disputed if there was a reason. They would have, believe me. And then they faked Jesus rising from the dead. I'm not buying that they would have faked all that. And then they all suffered to say that this was true. They didn't make any money. They didn't get famous. They didn't become powerful. They became tortured and dead. So I'm not buying. I'm believing that these miracles happened. I'm believing Jesus rose from the dead. And the fact that so many people are alive who would have disputed it, they followed him. Why did they follow him? If they were following him, someone would have said, why are you following him? Well, he did this, and that guy would have gone, well, I was there. He didn't do that. That's not true. They could have disputed it, and it would have been disputed at the time. So I'm going to have to think that Jesus probably was who he said he was, is who he said he was, God, and that he rose from the dead. And for me, that's the final straw. I mean, nobody rises from the dead. So I'm going to have to say, yeah, Jesus is God, and that he started a church, and the only church that can date itself back to that time is the Catholic Church. So, yeah. Does that not make sense? Is this what you came for?